All right, everybody, now I want to take a couple minutes and deal with a question that I'm seeing quite often lately. Now that higher capacity semi-automatic guns are being more common, people are saying, hey, do I need to carry an extra mag now? They're thinking to themselves, wow, I've got enough capacity now that I don't need an extra mag. I got a gun that's got 20 rounds in it. Used to be they would have a gun that had like 8 rounds in it with a semi-automatic 1911 or something like that. And they'd be like, well, I want to carry an extra mag because you need more ammo. Well, that's not the reason you carry an extra mag. How many rounds you have, capacity, that's subjective. You could be happy with 5. You could be happy with 50. That's you. That's your decision based on your own personal preferences. There's no statistics that back up you needing extra rounds. However, when it comes to semi-automatic guns, there is a lot of information that would suggest you should have an extra magazine. When semi-automatic guns fail, the biggest part that fails the most is magazines. That's usually the biggest issue. So you need to have an extra with you in case the one you have fails. You know, sometimes 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And it's not just failing. Maybe you accidentally eject the mag. It falls in the grass and you can't find it and you're under pressure. You got an extra mag to grab and slap in there, and you're good to go again. That's why you carry extra mags. So that doesn't go away just because you have more capacity in your gun. Just because you choose something that's got 20 rounds in it doesn't mean that, hey, now I don't have to face that issue that would cause me to want to carry an extra magazine with a semi-auto. It still exists. In fact, it's actually a bigger issue with the higher capacity guns because here's the reality. Simpler single stack magazines, they fail. They're, like I said, a failure point for semi-automatics a lot of the time, but it's still a very small chance. You know, it's a little bit of a chance, and you want to carry an extra mag just in case that little bit of a problem presents itself. With the more complex magazines, stagger stacked, double stacked, etc., well, those fail a little more often. They're usually under more stress than single stack magazines, and like I said, they're a little more complicated of a layout than regular magazines, single stack magazines. And when something gets more complicated, it's more likely to fail. It might not be a big difference. It might only be like there's a 1% chance with single stacks and there's a 1.25% chance with double stacks. But still, the fact that it's a greater chance means that the reason you carried an extra mag with your single stack gun doesn't go away with your double stack. It actually becomes more important. It becomes more necessary that you carry that extra round, that extra magazine, if you want to be properly prepared. So that's just the reality of it. Carrying extra mags has almost nothing to do with capacity, unless, of course, capacity is important to you. What it has to do with is making sure that the weakest point in your pistol, that magazine, something you can easily swap out in the heat of battle, you have an option to go to if something goes wrong or you make a mistake. And in the double stack, larger capacity magazines, that chance is just a little bit higher. So there's even a little bit more reason that you carry an extra mag.